In the midst of laughter and joy, a sudden storm hit, turning a young boy's world upside down. Meet our protagonist, a small boy with sparkling eyes full of dreams and a heart brimming with innocence. His days were colored with the hues of a happy childhood filled with bike rides in the park, afternoons spent building castles of imagination, and nights warmed by the comforting lullabies of his mother. His world was small, secure, wrapped in the loving arms of his parents. But as fate would have it, a tempest was brewing in his clear skies. It arrived without warning, a sudden storm that ripped through the fabric of his existence. The boy's world, once filled with love and laughter, was shattered when he lost both his parents in an accident. Imagine a vibrant painting suddenly washed out by a torrent of rain. That was his life. The laughter ceased, replaced by a deafening silence. The joy evaporated, leaving behind a void filled with confusion and grief. His secure world crumbled, leaving him standing amidst the ruins. The immediate aftermath was a cruel reality check. The boy was left to grapple with emotions that he was too young to comprehend. Shock overwhelmed him, like a deer caught in blinding headlights, too stunned to move. Confusion clouded his mind as he tried to understand why his parents were no longer there to tuck him in at night. Grief, a word too big for his small heart, started to seep into his life, casting dark shadows on his sunny days. The boy's story is one of loss and loneliness, but also of resilience. His journey is a testament to the power of the human spirit, demonstrating the ability to withstand even the harshest of storms. It's a journey that begins with a sudden loss, but does not end there. And there he stood, a child in a world that had suddenly grown too big and too cruel. If you're moved by this story, consider making a donation through the link in the description to help children like him. With his world shattered, the boy had to learn to navigate the harsh realities of life on his own. Suddenly, the comforts of a family home were replaced with the cold emptiness of an orphanage. The laughter and warmth of his parents gave way to the deafening silence and frosty solitude. His days turned into a constant battle for survival. Food, once plentiful and lovingly prepared, became a scarce resource. He learned to savor each morsel, understanding the true value of a full stomach. The boy, who once spent his days playing and laughing, now found himself working odd jobs, his small hands bearing the weight of his survival. The nights, however, were the hardest. The darkness seemed to amplify his loneliness, the silence echoing the absence of his parents. He would curl up on his narrow bed, wrapping his arms around himself, trying to mimic the warmth of his mother's embrace. His dreams were filled with memories of happier times, a cruel reminder of what he had lost. Yet it wasn't just the physical struggles that tested him. The emotional toll was equally, if not more, devastating. The grief of losing his parents, the pain of abandonment, the fear of the unknown. They threatened to consume him, but he fought back, his resolve unbroken. He refused to let his circumstances define him. Every challenge, every hardship, strengthened his spirit. He learned to adapt, to persevere. His strength wasn't born out of choice, but necessity. He found solace in the smallest of things, a warm meal, a kind word, a moment of peace. These became his lifeline, a beacon of hope in the darkness. His solitude became his teacher, his hardship his tutor. He learned lessons that many learn much later in life: resilience in the face of adversity, the value of hard work, the strength in vulnerability. The boy became his own hero, the architect of his destiny. Yet in the face of adversity, the spark in his eyes never dimmed. He carried the memories of his parents, their love and warmth, as a guiding light, fueling his determination to survive, to thrive. His spirit remained unbroken, a testament to his resilience and the indomitable strength of the human spirit. In the darkest night, even the faintest star shines brightest. There's a certain power in the human spirit, an unyielding force that thrives even amidst the harshest of conditions. For our young hero, his first glimpse of hope came in the form of unexpected kindness. A stranger, no more than a passerby, offered him a warm meal. It was a simple act, but to a boy who had known nothing but despair, it was a beacon of light in the deep abyss of darkness. He started to see the world differently. Every act of kindness, every shared smile, each warm greeting became a ray of hope piercing through the gloom. The world was not as cold and cruel as it had seemed. There were people out there who cared, who empathized, who extended their hand without expecting anything in return. And then came his first small victories. He found a job, a simple one, but it was a start. He earned his first wages, bought his first meal with his own money. It was a proud moment, a testament to his strength, his resilience. Each day he grew stronger, his spirit burning brighter. He was no longer a victim of circumstances, but a fighter, a survivor. He learned to read and write, taught by a kind-hearted librarian who saw potential in his eager eyes. Each word he learned, each sentence he wrote became a weapon to combat his past, a tool to carve out a better future. His world expanded, his dreams grew bolder. He was no longer just a boy lost in the world. He was a boy with a purpose, a direction. His journey wasn't easy. There were days when the weight of his past threatened to pull him down, when the world seemed too vast and too daunting. But he held on. He held on to the kindness of strangers, to his small victories, to his newfound strength. He held on to hope. For the first time in a long time, the boy felt hope stirring in his heart. From the ashes of despair, a phoenix was born. His story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a tale of triumph over adversity. Grieving the loss of his parents, he found himself alone, struggling to survive. But he was not one to be easily defeated. He took the tragedy that had befallen him and used it as fuel, propelling himself forward, refusing to let it define him. Every day was a battle, a lesson in survival. But through sheer determination, he began to rise. He found solace in books, their pages offering an escape from reality. They became his sanctuary, the stories within them his solace. He found strength in knowledge, and it became his beacon, guiding him through the darkest of nights. He began to work, to earn, to learn. His life was no longer about mere survival, but about thriving. He found a purpose, a direction, a drive, and he pursued it with relentless tenacity. He studied, worked, strived, and slowly but surely, he began to rise from the ashes of his past. He became a beacon of hope for those around him, his story inspiring others. He showed them that it wasn't about where you come from, but where you're going. He taught them that tragedy doesn't define you, but how you overcome it does. His journey from despair to self-reliance was a testament to his indomitable spirit. His achievements were many, but it was his impact on those around him that truly defined his success. He had become a ray of hope in a world that often seemed too dark. He had shown them that there is always a way out, a path to a better tomorrow. He had shown them the power of resilience and determination. In the end, he was no longer just a boy who had lost his parents. He was a survivor, a fighter, a beacon of hope. He was a phoenix rising from the ashes of despair, a symbol of triumph over adversity. He had turned his life around, rising from the ashes like a phoenix. His journey was not just about survival, but about growth. It was a story that began with a young boy, lost in the wilderness of life. Yet he found the strength within himself to persevere. He faced trials and tribulations, each one a stepping stone on his path to maturity. Through his struggles, he learned to navigate the complexities of life. He understood the value of resilience, the power of determination, and the importance of kindness. His hardships didn't harden him, rather they became the chisel that sculpted his character. He transformed from a helpless child to a beacon of strength and wisdom. He learned that life is not about the hand you're dealt, but how you play it. He discovered that even in the face of adversity, there lies an opportunity for growth. His journey taught him life's most valuable lessons.